Andrew Coltart spent 18 years competing on the European Tour, collecting 2 tournament victories and earning a place at the 1999 Ryder Cup. Retirement from playing has brought new opportunities. As well as television commentary work, he runs a bespoke golf experience business based at some of Scotland's most beautiful courses. He turned pro in 1991 after winning the Scottish Amateur Stroke Play Championship and enjoying a successful outing in that year's Walker Cup. But despite occasional highlights like this, the first few months were a bit of a struggle.
A bit of a shocking start, actually. I remember went out that first year and won £9,363 and 17 pence. And you remember that 17 pence when you're about 30, 40 grand in debt, I can assure you. But the year after that, I managed to get my card, secured it from there on. In '94, actually, I went down to Australia, won the Australian PGA Championship. '98, won the Australian PGA Championship again, then came back to Europe and won my first European Tour event, which was the Qatar Masters. That year I won the Australasian Order of Merit, and then in 2001 I won the Great North Open up at Slaley Hall. And in between that period, 1999, I played in the Ryder Cup for a European team against the Americans in Brooklyn, Massachusetts.
The Europeans were leading 10-6 going into the final day and were on the verge of claiming a famous victory on US soil. The Americans had other ideas though, and that fateful Sunday will be remembered as one of the great sporting comebacks.
The momentum all shifted to the Americans' way. The crowd were hugely on the American side, and the American came out victorious in the end. A great experience, taking that first tee with Tiger Woods, on the last day's singles was something I'll never ever forget. Was I nervous? I probably wasn't as nervous as I would have been if I'd played the first couple of days in foursomes or 4-balls. I was out there playing my own ball. I had plenty of time to soak up the atmosphere, to take it all in. Arguably playing against Tiger, who was in the middle of an 8-tournament win streak, was actually, I couldn't lose really. Everybody was expecting me to lose. 18 holes is a bit of a sprint. Every player, particularly who's made a Ryder Cup team, can take anybody over 18 holes. So there was always that little hope. But it didn't work out. He beat me 3-2. We lost the Ryder Cup in the end, but it will always be one of the best moments of my life.
2010 marked the end of Coltart's time on the European Tour as a player and the start of his career in television. For any pro who spends his life practicing and playing, leaving the game can be tough.
I always wanted to win. As an amateur you'd win. As early professional days you would win. I wanted to win, and for quite a period of time I wasn't winning. Again, going back to when you're playing well, you feel like you can make the cut with one hand tied behind your back. You feel like you've got a chance every single event you play in. But there's an opposite side to that. When you're not playing well, you just can't do anything right. You just feel like you can never make a cut again. And for the last few years of my professional career, it felt a lot like that. It was incredibly hard work, a lot of time away from the family. Even the time I took it off to try and work at the game, and ended up actually getting further and further from where I wanted to be.
Since retiring, Coltart has worked for the golf department at Sky Sports on British television and has also captained the European Palmer Cup team. The annual tournament brings together the best college golfers in the US and Europe in a Ryder Cup style format.
A lot of young players coming through give me an opportunity to see, what the next generation is like. And in 2013, I got the chance to captain our team over in Wilmington, in Delaware, in the States, and 2014 down at Walton Heath. Fantastic experiences. We didn't do very well in America, but we got our own back fairly comfortably at Walton Heath, which were, again, both great experiences. Witnessing, this next generation coming through, aggressive, powerful, strong, confident young players coming through there. It was great. It was also a very proud moment. And when I was in America, I got the chance to shake hands and meet Mr. Palmer, which is everybody's really thrilled.